It's kind of a little bit possibly, could be, maybe, most American. Oh.
Can we change the podcast to Therapy with May?
It's not about crying. The whole thing is not about crying. Some of it is. We're weeping right now, but just like, what is it that you guys have for me this time?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We should. I guess we should get to what we're doing.
We should get to it because we're about to blow
Sachin's on task.
your
That's such a surprise, no?
mind.
Your mind's gonna be blown, my dude. Do we need to like?
No, you go first.
Oh, okay. One of these days we're gonna rock paper scissors. But yeah, I'll go first. So what I brought for you that I thought would be most American, since last time clearly I was not American enough, and honestly, you had a point off too. So it's like we didn't find the most American thing yet.
True.
So
True.
What I brought is. Sorry, it took me a second because I was like, which one did I bring? I had another idea that we scrapped tonight.
This
and
time,
I was like,
not my idea.
Not your idea. I scrapped it because I was trying to steal May's. It's just like you can't, if you feed him a burger, if you feed him, then it's like, obviously, he's not going to go with me. You gave him something.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I have to do something food
I'm a fan of
related.
the food, if you guys haven't noticed.
Yeah, so like this time it's not food related, and we both did not food related. So
Or did we? That's good.
wow, petty. So this time around, I was thinking we would do something that's really American that I've noticed is protesting. Anytime we're mad, we protest, and sometimes it accomplishes things. I've noticed it's usually when there's several things going in together, like lobbying, putting money where your mouth is, donating your time, volunteering, long boycotts. I think that's when it's most effective. I'm still trying to figure out how it can be most effective because we're still in a day and age where I feel the need to go out and protest.
Yeah.
So
I haven't had cereal in forever
cereal?
because of Kellogg's. I'm
Oh,
protesting
yeah,
them
yeah.
I did.
I guess I've been protesting them accidentally. I don't have cereal. I'm also with you. Yeah. Protest the cereal. Yeah, I guess I don't really have their products anyways because they seem kind of scummy.
Yeah.
But
What makes them scummy?
That's another subject for another day.
But yeah, so, and I thought what is also very American is we like to make catchy phrases.
Yeah.
And so I was like, maybe we can make some protest signs. But the other thing that's also American to just make an America sandwich is we like to protest stupid things. Sometimes it's important. Sometimes it's very stupid. Like people were protesting masks and they were like, I don't want to wear a mask. Or people will get very upset and vocal about things like, is a hot dog a sandwich? And so
Right.
I thought it might be fun.
Yeah, we remember the
What?
famous 1979
I've also seen
protest of
protests on bridges
dogs,
in
yes.
LA of like, it was some sort of thing where it was like Michael Jackson is still alive. And they were protesting that about how Michael Jackson is still alive, and they had signs.
That was in LA.
Yeah.
Was that a protest or a shitty
They had
TV
signs.
show?
They were in sign. They had signs,
That
and they
could
were
be
walking around, and they were like, Michael Jackson's still alive, but also he was murdered. And so I was confused. Like, he was murdered, but he's still alive. And so I'm like, let's find a topic that is a little outrageous and, silly, and let's make clever signs in protest.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, so that I figured it might be fun to find another dumb topic because the weight of real topics can be difficult, overbearing, day to day. Even though you should still protest, still be engaged with what's going on, especially locally, and how you can affect change. But yeah, I thought it might be a good practice for you as an introduction into protesting is to protest a silly topic. So is there a topic that you might have feelings about that you shouldn't have feelings about?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't really have strong feelings about anything.
Okay.
I don't know why. But I'm just like, I'm living in the space where I want to be neutral. But like stupid things. I don't know, stupid things. What?
I have a good example.
What is a good example?
I really get very, very angry about RVs with those dumb little like swoops on the side. Like we've had like decades to get some sort of cool design on your RV. It's like, yeah, you see it. It's like a weird swoopy thing. It's like, you're ugly and you know it. And there can be a better design. Why are we doing this weird like swoopy thing on your RV? Like, we don't like it. You know you're ugly. And everyone's like, oh, that's an ugly RV. Like, sorry, I'm getting mad right now thinking about it.
But that kind of inspires me to think of something like, since there's a problem of housing, we don't have like spaces like you have trailer parks in different other states, but you don't, like in a city like New York City, like you could have people who live in vans a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't have any place for them to park or something like that. People who don't want to get a house or something of that sort, you can always live in a van.
Alternate side parking. That's why we don't have van life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's a problem, right? I mean, like you could have.
That's one of the problems.
There's a lot of problems we're going to find here in America.
There's so many problems.
You can have a van park instead of a trailer park. You need to make more spaces for that. Like, what the fuck is Central Park for?
Well,
Well,
the history of Central Park, that's another thing.
well, that's a wow.
That's a lot.
That's the 15th podcast. 15th episode.
Yeah, we're trying to ease you into America, my dude. We started with snackies. I know protesting might be a big foot in, but I'm trying to start with a small topic. Let's find one thing that we might disagree on.
Oh, okay. So I like the protesting part. Something I would like to protest is pencils. I hate pencils. What's the point of pencils?
Why don't you like pencils?
First of all,
have you never made a mistake that you wanted to erase?
Math. Really? Math is the point of pencils.
No.
Shit, no. I think we found the one.
Pencil.
There's clearly a side.
I'm pro pencil.
Cardboard pieces so we could make some protesting posters. So if you guys want one, let me see. I'll get the smaller ones.
So justice for pencils is...
No. You got to think of something clever because people... That's also is like America really likes the ones that are funny, but then also like meaningful. Like you got to really have. It's honestly it's advertising. America's very about advertising.
Okay, I have a good slogan for anti-pencils, but I am pro pencils. That's a problem.
Oh, you can do
What's
one
the
of
slogan
each.
for
Hey, you're neutral, right?
Pencils are pen-silly.
Okay. No, we'll still look.
Okay, well you don't have to do that one.
Do I have to?
Do you want big boy?
I'll take this one.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna make that for you. So if you could make one for me, where I'm pro pencils.
That?
She is the most anti-pencil. She brought it up.
I hate pencils.
I love pencils.
Well, now I'm thinking of ads, which is not what I was trying to do. And look, I got two sides I can use, so I'm excited. If I fuck up, just like with a pencil.
But isn't it in both cases?
I've got another situation. Though I'm using
I don't know. I can't think of the slogan. I'm gonna write that down. Pencils or pen-silly.
Okay, then you're switching sides just based on
what?
Yes. Because
on that one, I don't want you on my team if you're gonna use that slogan.
Listen.
Now, see, look. Here's the thing: is that's also very true to America. Is like you'll be on the same side, and you'll also be fighting.
That's
you'll
true.
You'll be fighting about how to go about fighting for what you want accomplished.
Yes. And I'm gonna make like a really good.
This is probably why they were like Michael Jackson was murdered, but also he's still alive. It's because one guy was like, no, he was murdered, he's dead, and they were like, no, but maybe he's still alive. If they could have just come together and made a cohesive sign, maybe people would have listened.
But they were pro Michael Jackson, anti Michael Jackson.
Actually, I don't know. They were just pro the truth. I don't know what they were doing. Honestly, I was very confused by their message.
I finished my I said pencils are cells for pens.
Okay.
Which is not fair because pens needs to be free to express.
But
and there's no such thing as mistakes, but different path in our journeys.
I like this one. I like this one, but I just don't know if I'll hold it. Does it look great?
No.
No?
It looks...
Listen, I'm still going to be in that march.
I know.
Because I made a slogan for it.
Well, thank you.
That's the whole point of it.
I mean, I guess, yes.
Isn't it like two
that
people?
Sign might get you trampled.
What does that say? Pencils are... Oh, you did like the... What is it? Toys R Us backwards R?
Of course I have.
That's a good, maybe that's a good marketing method.
Yeah, because
and then pen-silly.
And someone could erase this if it was written in a pencil.
Man, the hashtag counts.
So I'm on both sides.
Oh my God, you're the worst. You're moderate.
See, you had to have like Middle America in this, like not Middle America, Centrist America. Isn't that what it's called? Centrist America is Biden, right? Biden is the centrist. Is he or is he not? Annie, are you here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. You had time to think of yours. I'm trying to think of something clever for my backside.
What happens
all I
to
have
this
right
one?
now, pencils, because sometimes we change our minds.
That's good.
But like, I wanted a clever, funny one because sometimes there's some really funny ones at protest.
You know what happens when you change your mind?
Yeah.
You just cross it out.
Is that how you cross it out?
Okay, well, I didn't want to cross out my masterpiece. I didn't want to cross out my beautiful masterpiece.
So what are you doing now?
Don't look at my stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to steal your idea again.
How is it that I have never protested?
What is it?
How is it that I've never protested, but I got the poster?
You've never protested?
No.
Wow.
Is it because in India is great?
What? India's amazing. We didn't have slogans like "Make India Great Again" because India has been great.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
That is why I'm not in India right now.
That's
No.
a fair point.
India has protests, but like Indian citizens know that protests are not going to make a difference.
Why do you say that?
Because I think like the democratic process is such that, I mean, if you want to if you really want to affect change, you have to get a candidate of your own to like get into the system. That I felt strongly about that. It's like protesting works great, but I also feel like with protesting you're trying to go after the people who are already leaders, and I think it should be something that like you can focus all your energies on like local organizing, getting your communities better. So I mean, if you have like a miniature space where like a small neighborhood which is equipped with everything that it needs, you don't need the government's help.
So you believe more in a smaller government and
I believe more in community improvement, like local governments. You could say local governments, but working on a micro level to make them.
Okay, guys, I found the most clever one.
Great. I was just stalling, asking him personal questions about his country. Go ahead.
So first we had pencils because sometimes we change our mind. See, I'm already changing my mind. But now this one is the most obvious. Pin is gross. Oh no, that looks like penis because pin is gross.
Oh.
Penis.
Gross.
Interesting. Pencil never
is.
Make change.
Okay, she did what.
I feel like Charlie Day wrote that.
She did what she could with the time that she had.
Let's
Okay.
connect the dots.
I'm God, and I would just want to say all body parts are beautiful.
Yeah, but yeah, it turns into penis. That's the point. And if I had a pencil, I could fix this.
Right.
And also, pencil never has an is next to it.
So, okay, guys.
See, like if you put an is next to a pen, it turns into a penis, and that's a whole other thing. And you know what? That's an issue you might need to change. And you know what you could do that with? Not a Sharpie, with the pencil though.
It's a thinker.
You know
So,
what?
yeah.
I just hated pencils because I thought the lead was poison.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
See, that's
Really?
also something about protesting is sometimes people are misinformed.
Yeah.
And so they just get really angry about something.
Yeah, I was just like, first of all, they took it out of the paint. Why are they putting it in the pencils?
Oh my god, I love that's Child May, right? Or is it because I imagine that's Child May thinking
Child
is
May.
like, no.
It's only Child May that can still think of pencils as intensely.
Yes, it is, because I keep my childhood alive.
Yeah, so good job, guys. We did a little protest today, and look, we changed
You had
someone's
3
mind. We
slogans.
learned some things about protesting. Maybe we didn't change your
No.
mind. Pencils are so
I mean,
crazy.
pencils are still stupid, but
Pencils are great.
at least I'm informed, and I hate it for other reasons.
Yeah, which still, yeah, you can be misinformed and still protest.
Yeah,
Or informed
that
to
was the
protest.
perfect example of correlation doesn't mean causation. You know?
Yeah.
That is true.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think that's a good sign of correlation.
Like the lead in a pencil, it doesn't affect you the same way as lead in paint does.
It's graphite.
Yeah. Oh, it's graphite. See.
I think that's just called a miscommunication or misunderstanding. Whereas like correlation, it's like in the summer when it gets hotter.
No, this has lead and that has lead. That was the correlation, no? Wasn't that what the correlation was? Wasn't that
people mistaken?
I think that's just miscommunication in language.
Lead, but it's graphite.
It's graphite, right?
So it's not lead.
No.
So why do we call it lead?
It's because that's what it is it's the misuse of language.
So it's not lead.
No, it's not. It's graphite.
So why do we call it lead?
We don't need to talk about this. Let's move on and find out what you brought to the table.
Ooh.
That could be the most American.
What did I bring to the table that is most American? Well, I'm going to give you guys a hint. All right. Picture this. It's a book. All right.
Okay.
It talks about the destruction of the world.
Okay, you lost me a book already.
However, hold on. There is a savior and it has the answers for humanity.
Oh my God.
What do you think this book is called?
The Bible?
Thanks for listening to Most American. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and share it with your friends. Tell us the things you think America is most known for. Follow us on social media at Most American Podcast and email us at mostamericanpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again and God bless America, home of the hot dog.